All right, toy fans, builder fans, etc. Got a nice new build for us. This is a Luxeblocks. Now I got this on Amazon. Now this is one of those that's like it's interesting. Now I like art. Don't get me wrong. I teach art. That's something that I normally do. And when I teach art, I usually teach science, math, some history. I like to incorporate a lot of things to it because art is the language of whatever was happening in the world at that time. Happened to be this is Renaissance, so rebirthing of things. This is the Mona Lisa by Da Vinci. Now, lots of cool speculation about who the Mona Lisa is, why she has a partial smile, etc., etc. This is not a recreation of the Mona Lisa, and that it's a recreation of the Mona Lisa in brick form, but this is a recreation of the person who is the Mona Lisa and a Mona Lisa on a painting canvas. So this is kind of an interesting build. Now this is Luxeblocks. This is one of those that I'd never really seen. It is Lego compatible. And it seems legit, but I figured, you know what? Let's put it together, check it out, build it, and see how it works for us. Now the box itself is pretty cool. It's standard box, but they got this sticker on there that's got all this. It says, there's some bubbles in there that's got to be pushed out. It is Luxeblocks DWA017 Mona Lisa Timeless Art Brick by Brick. Welcome to the build, inspiring a world of beauty and imagination, one brick at a time. It says 14 up, made in China. I'll go ahead and say the inside of this box, I've already taken everything out. They've got timeless art, endless joy, brick by brick, Luxeblocks, where creative fun meets museum worthy art. Craft elegance with precision bricks. Turn your space into a gallery of genius for collectors who create legends, not just displays. Being an art teacher and being in a place where I probably could get to where I display these, this might be kind of a cool one to put up. I happen to like the Mona Lisa. And it was cheap, right? So, like, for me, I wouldn't take, like, $150 Van Gogh, filled with cypress piece by Lumabricks to a classroom to hang up, because who knows what's going to happen to that. This probably could get away with that. So I figured, you know what? Let's put this one together today. Now, let me grab a tray here. And let's back up just a little bit. There we go. I still have my Minecraft stuff up here. I've got all sorts of junk all over the place. Hadn't cleaned. By the way, I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of time off down the road. There's a picture of the Mona Lisa. Looks like it's been digitized. It's a little bit cleaner. Now, interestingly enough, this is not the... I mean, that's what it looks like in person now. But that's not actually what the paint and everything was alleged to have looked like. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, there's a lot of parts here. 311 pieces. All in one bag. One bag. Boom, done. One bag. Nothing to differentiate that. Nothing to make it different. Nothing to pull back just a little bit. There we go. All right. Got our bricks. Got our booklets. Let's get moving. Mona Lisa time. All right. Now, already we're starting out kind of on a weird level, man. Oy. So we're starting out with two inverted brackets. Where do they go? Don't know. I guess we don't care. Why? Well, because it's just brackets. Like, it's just sitting there. I'm going to need some music for this. Let me pull up my my Amazon music right here. Oy vey. Oh, it seems like there's a brand new, of course, House of David looks pretty cool. There's a brand new thing of, there's been a whole brand new thing about Masters of the Universe toys that come out. We got to cover. We got a ton of stuff we got to cover. And apparently a brand new Riddick. Oh, man, I love Riddick. I would love to see a building set of Riddick, to be quite honest. I'd be like, yeah, totally. I'm down. Dude, Riddick is so ridiculous. I'd be down for that. That sounds like a building block set of that. Yeah. Sign me up, man. Sign me up. Let's see. I think I had it on Lo-Fi Hip Hop. I think that's what I had it on. We'll check. Or Synthwave, maybe. Nah. Okay, we'll try that. We'll see how that works for us. Sometimes I get a playlist, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work, like, at all. And sometimes I get them, I'm like, yeah, dude. Straight up. Straight up, now tell me how much you love me here. Okay, we're going to have to separate some things because we got probably too many plates. We're going to put plates on one. And for those who are wondering, plates different from bricks because bricks are tall with about 3 plates worth of distance. Plates are flat. They are 1/3 of a brick, but they have studs on top. Tiles are like plates, but they don't have studs on top. Then you got even like jumper plates like this, modified. Hey, look, we got another brick separator. All right, this might help just a little bit because I need to be able to find my snot bricks and then half Travis bricks. So we got, looks like 1 snot brick. Then we got 2 half Travis bricks. So let me put that there. 1 and 2. And for those who don't know, Travis brick is usually a 1x1 that's got studs on every single side. Anti-stud on the bottom, stud on top, studs all around the middle of it. Half Travis is where you have that, but you are missing the stud on 2 sides. So we're going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go over here. Nothing connecting these together yet. Just kind of awkward. Kind of awkward that we started with that, but I mean, what do I know, man? I'm just a builder who's built plenty of things. How would I know how to put things together? It's like I would have probably started with the plate, the bricks, and then put the brackets underneath. But this is essentially what we got. We got snots with studs on the back. That seems a little weak, but hopefully we're going to be reinforcing that. Now it looks like we got more inverted brackets. We got a 1x1x2 inverted. We got a 1x2x2 going up. So inverted brackets. Boom. This is going across this way. 1, 2. Okay. And then a 1x3 brick. And my guess is this is actually the actual Mona Lisa model. This is what we're doing, as we're building that Mona Lisa model. Doesn't give us kind of a plan of what's ahead, just step for step. Interesting, like, overall, these are kind of like, these feel like not like stolen plans, but they feel like kind of like just rush plans. Like, hey, we put this together on the computer, but then we never went through to edit the book to make it more user-friendly. Just kind of there. That's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can be a builder. Sometimes I do really enjoy some of those builds where it's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Some of this doesn't make sense. I'm scratching my head, and that kind of sometimes makes the build like kind of satisfying as long as the build is good. Now, I've had some builds that, you know, they're wild, they're crazy, and the build itself, when I'm done, I'm like, why in the world did I even give that my time and effort? So I think it's kind of like one of those, you got to choose your battles, right? Choose your battles, find out what sticks, what works, what doesn't. Okay, so we got more brackets. This time we've got actual brackets instead of inverted brackets. And I'll kind of show you the difference. We have, let's see, a 1x2x2. And it looks like a 1x1x2. If I can find it, it's in here somewhere. I got inverted, but that's not what we need. There we go. So here's the key difference. A normal bracket should be like a plate with an arm that goes down, whereas inverted is going to be the opposite direction. It's a plate that goes up. So we want brackets. Brackets here, they're going down, so it looks like we got one on the back side here, one over here on this back side, and now, interesting enough, now we're going up. So now we need inverted brackets. A lot of bracket work here. Hopefully this will pay off in the long run. It's like, there's a reason for it. I'm sure there is, but man, there's just a lot of bracket work here. I guess we got to get through this part to get to the good stuff. Good stuff being the rest of the build. Now, color correction wise, this feels kind of off because this is guessing that's peach. And I'm going to kind of scoot ahead to maybe some hands. See what they're putting up as peach. Okay, so there's peach and then there's like kind of a tan. Oof. And we got 2 half Travises, 1 snot. So far found 2 snots, but there's my other half Travis, right? Yes. Okay, so much like the other, half Travis, snot, and then another half Travis here. Boom. Goes like that. All right. And then we've got a 1x3. Now, this is a specialty plate. It's not just some regular random 1x3 plate. Instead, we have what's called, let's find it here. There we go. This is a 1x3 rounded plate with Technic pinholes. Put that there. I love our technical names. We have tons of technical names for things. Now this is going to go down here, right underneath here. 1 and 2. We still got some room on the bottom. And then we need 2. It looks like 1x6s. So 1 and 2 1x6s. That should fit here. Right? Looking right here. 1 and 2. Now it doesn't specifically say where to go with it, and it's looking here like it's like, well, I should have room on the bottom, or it should go down far enough. I think it's got to clear this plate. I think it goes like right there. Wow. The qualities of this is it's okay. Like it's just like the snap of this is not, it's a little tight, a little rough on the fingers, you know. I'm surprised I'm even doing this, because I gotta tell you, today for work, like I was at the grind, drawing, exampling, showing. My hands are absolutely killing me, but it was a long day. I got home late. Been out working the whole time, and I gotta tell you, man, like now that I'm home, I was like, you know what? Everybody's doing their thing. I was like, I'd kind of like to get in there, just do a build, kind of build a little bit, see how things are going. 2x6, and then another 1x6. Is that right? No, that's a tile. Goes over here. 1x6 right here. Alright, so let's see. This should go. Guessing this goes to the back. Yes, okay, so this goes to the back. And it looks like this goes. Oh man. Alright, so I think that snaps to here. There's not a lot of directions on where they want particular things to go. So there's a big, most of this so far is kind of like a giant question mark of like, and you want me to what with what? So I think that's kind of a key thing. Some of the directions on this could be, in many ways, a little bit better. Okay, so we've got this. Now we need a 1x2. We need a looks like a 2x3, and then a 2x2 modified tile. So let me show you what a modified looks like. A lot of people get them mixed up with jumper plates. It's not the same thing. So modified will, instead of it just having a stud on top, I mean, you could say a jumper is modified too, but this is a 2x2, so 2 studs by 2 studs. It's clear on one side, so it's tiled, but then you've got 2 studs on top. It's modified. So this is a modified tile. It's gonna go here, 1 and 2. We're gonna go 1 set down, just like that. And now we're building up some. So we need a 1x1 with a pinhole. We need, looks like a 2x2 step curve, and then a 1x2 step curve. Let's see, is that it? No, that's too big. That's too big. If my wife heard that, she would be like, too big. My kid, that was one of his sayings. We had him on video at one point where he had this really, really big stuffed animal. I mean, he was a baby, man. He was really small, toddler, right? Started to talk, and you know, he would always play store and going and doing this, and he's like, we're going to the store now, and it's like, hey, are you gonna take Simba? Now this Simba he got from his Aunt Mary, and this Simba was ginormous. Like, it was like what you think, it was like the full size Simba, right? This thing was so big. And it's like, hey, are you taking Simba with them? And he would throw Simba off on the side because his bed was like the car, right? And he'd go, no, Simba can't go. Simba too big. Absolutely love that kid, man. Great kid. Now, I mean, he's a young man. Hardcore ball player. Sharp as a whip, man. That kid is smart. And I just pray for him every day, man. I pray that he does the right thing, gets what he needs, and just becomes an outstanding young gentleman. Great kid. Alright, I'm gonna pop that on here. So we got 1, push that bar in. Looks like we're going to the other side and doing the same thing. So what this is we've got, it's a ball joint with Technic pin. And then we've got this, it's a 2x2 rounded tile with, or it's almost a jumper, but it's got a Technic pinhole. We got a ball joint. So right here, it's a ball joint with a pin. And then we should have a 1x1 rounded plate with pinhole in it. And we're stacking them up. So we've got plates on tile, pin goes through it. That's gotta push through. That's a tight fit too. Whoosh. Like, once that's in, I don't think that's coming back out. But it's also tying itself into the build. That's not coming up anytime soon. There we go. That's pretty much in there at this point. If someone were to throw this on the ground, that's probably the one part that's lasting. Because again, it is so tight. Alright, 1x3. Let's see, what else do we have? We got a 1x2 curve step plate. And then we need a 2x2 curve step plate. Find it in here. I know we got it. There we go. Right there. Alright, so I love it. They don't really tell us what we're doing, so I'm going to say we got to put this down, right? Let's see. I'm looking. I'm looking. Ah, it's on the other side. Again, they're not really, I mean, they kind of allude to it, but it's such a quick change in ordeal. They're not really giving you like a lot of process time here. That can be absolutely aggravating. There we go. All right, now we're going a little bit further. So we got peach, it looks like. So one, is that peach or tan? Looks like peach. Because I don't see any tan. So I think it's just peach at this point. So we got a peach. We need two of them. One, two. Got a 1x1 wedge. And we need a 1x2 wedge. Let's find it. 1x2 wedge right here. 2 wedge. 1x1 wedge. Here we go. 1 and 1 right here. Alright, now we need, it's a 1x1 in gray. And then we've got 2 dark gray 1x1 inverted brackets. 1x1x1s to be exact. I've got 1 here. But just because I got 1 doesn't mean I'm ready, because I need the other. There we go. Okay, so this is going to go right here. Boom. And boom. And 1 more on this side. Boom. And our next set of parts would do what? We need 3 of these big curve steps. 1, 2, 3, and a 1x3 right there. And we're going to snap them on. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to snap them right to there. Boom, just like that. Okay, and then this looks like, oh, we got 2 of these quarter rounded tiles. 1. Where's the other? I'm about to say, I know it's in here. I know it. I know it. Come on. Come on, come and get to me. Build to me on right here. Alright. And then this is supposed to snap down to here. So that's going to snap right onto there. And I believe that is, without getting too graphic, that is the chest part. So we got the chest part. Hey, it's a thing. It's there. Alright, so now it looks like we're building out parts of the dress that go down on each side. So with that, we're going to have to be specific. Doesn't actually say what, you know what? Here, let's, that is a 3x12 wedged plate. 1. It looks like a 1x, what is that? A 1x3 step. And then a 1x3 plate. Hello there. Okay, so we're going to put this right here on the end. This is going to go right into here. Boom, boom. Then we got another 1x12. Is that right? Yep, that's right. 1x12. If you don't know, if you're like, what is he doing? So my tattoo is to scale for a standard brick. So I'm putting it there to measure 1x12. So I know that this is a 1x12. So when I have plates like this, I can put it right here. So that's a 3x12 wedged plate. Does it actually have 3 studs all the way? No. No, it doesn't, but that's okay. Alright, we're going to put this here. We've got a 1x1, 1x12. That seems a little loose, but hopefully we're reinforcing that. Now we are going to the other side, so we need the opposite side. And another one of our 1x3 steps. Goes right there. This one goes on top. There you go. 28, 29. Looks like a 2x3. and a 2x4. There we go. 2x4, 2x3. There we go. And we're going to flip this over. We got 2x3 on one side, 2x4 on the other. Doesn't really help reinforce some of this, but better than nothing. And then it looks like we're doing another set. So another one. Is that right? The tall ones? Yeah. 2. And then another one of the 1x12s. It's interesting because we do have another part that's like, I figured this would have fit on, but it's too small. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're just going up one more step. So this is going to go right on the back here. So it's going to meet up with there. Boom. Boom. Right. And one more right here. Boom. And now we're adding in. So we got that 3x4 jumper plate. And then 3. We need 3 of these steps. So we got, let's see. I know they're in here. They're gray. And we don't have like a lot of gray in here, which is kind of weird. I figured we would have had more. So there's 1, 2, 3 gray steps. Ha 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 ha. So that's gonna fit right onto here, and then we are going 1 step across. Then these are gonna fit 1 and 1 on the bottom, and it's nice because we're creating lots of like. We think of like Legos like layers and textures, like, you know, we've got lots of exposed dots and things like that, but we're being smart in that we're smoothing these down, but we're creating layers that pull out, which is nice because in the art style of things you would want to have layers to create form, to have this stuff pushed out. So when you get to that level of 3D art, it makes sense. Putting a 1x3 at the top, that's to support these plates here, so that works. And now we're going into tiles. So we need 1. Should have another one in here. 2. And 1 more of the other. Am I right on that? Yeah, 2 and 2. So we should have 2 2x4s, 2 1x4s. And we're using this to basically smooth out the rest of this dress. Looks like we've got, let's see, what is it? Interesting enough, they don't have a line on it. So I'm going to stagger mine, right? So I'm going to put this one here with a 1x4. Put this one here with a 1 there. Again, no line here on the booklet. On the box it shows that, though I have it opposite, and this has an opposite, but yeah, it's staggered, kind of like that. So it works for me. Now we need, of course, our big, what is that, a 1x4 triple step, curved triple step. We need the same in gray, and then a lovely 1x3 plate. How are we doing this? It's going to go 1 and 2. The clutch on some of these is questionable. When I talk about clutch, I mean like the clutch power is the ability of it to grasp onto something. Some of them weren't there, a little tight. Okay, now this is supposed to fit up to here. Kind of like that. Wow, that's going to be a big model. Actually quite surprised it's this big. Because think about it, her head's like this. Almost, I mean, here, hold on, I'm going to put it up to my foot. You're like, oh, you put it on your stinky foot. So my foot's about 12 to 13 inches. It's about 12 and 3/4 of an inch long. No, 12 and a quarter inch long. So when I do it, I kind of tuck my toe in. It's like 12 inches. So when I measure, I'm like, it's almost a foot long. Seriously, here's the funny part about that. My foot is almost a foot long, or about a foot long. It's a little bit over. And I need to go back and remeasure my foot. I wear a 12, and technically my foot fits. If you go into a school and they got the old linoleum tiles out, my foot fits almost squarely in that, which tells you that those are 12 inches. So when I tell people, I'm like, it's about 10 feet across, they're like, well, how big is that? And I'm like, look at the floor. Count out 10 tiles. That's 10 foot right there. They're like, oh, I get it. I'm like, do you? Do you really? They're like, oh, yeah. They get it. They get it. I'm razzing you, kid. All right, so let's see. We've got a 1x2 brick. Now we're going, so we had some inverted brackets. Now we're going with an actual bracket. So we got one going on one side going up, one on the other side going down. So an inverted bracket, then a bracket to create almost pretty much like a 1x2x2 Travis brick. But we don't have anything on the sides. That's where it differs. Now, we need 2 of these gray snots. And I'm guessing this is supposed to go right here in the center on the back. And then these are going to go on each side. Kind of in between stuff, right? Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. It's kind of odd. Very, very odd. Very odd. Okay, so... it says it's supposed to butt up to it. Here's the problem with that, though. It's like, this can't butt up to it because of the fact that this is... that's so strange. I just have to bring it out one. I keep looking. I'm like, did I build something wrong? But I mean, it's the only way that it works is this way. Woo, oy vey. That's a weird one. Absolutely weird. Weird. All right, so hey, I'm gonna keep trucking along and kind of hope and pray that this thing works, right? We got one of these and we got a inverted 1x1 bracket. So strange. So strange. I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this makes 0 sense. I'm gonna trust the process, but it seriously makes 0 sense. All right, so we got 2 of these 1x3. It's technically 1x4 three-step slope, and then we got 2 of these inverted brackets, 1x1 or 1x1x1s. Say that 14 times really fast. I dare you. All right. I'm a menace today, man. Oh, wow. All right. So this is going... how? All right, I think this goes right in the center. Oh, man. All right. Okay, I missed something. That's what it is. Oh, man. I was like, this makes 0 sense. I just figured it out. We had to double up our plate here. It says, obviously, it has it right there, too. Like, 2 plates, man. Figure it out. And I just now figured it out. And I'm like, dude, there's something absolutely wrong with my brain. You know what? I'm not even going to blame my brain on this one. I'm going to blame solely this one on the fact that the directions aren't too specific. Sometimes you got to be direct with me. Why? Because my brain is different. It's just, that's the way it is. When people are like, they're like, can you guess what? I'm like, man, please don't make me guess. Do you know what kind of stress that puts on when people are like, can you guess this? Like, no, I can't. My dad was like, he's like, can you guess? I'm like, no. Or he'd be like, look at what's going on. I'm like, yes. Hold the light. Like, well, just tell me, hold the light. It's weird. I'm very much like my dad on multiple levels. But at the same time, there are certain things where I'm like, I don't know. And I'm guessing there have been times I have kind of stated, well, why aren't you doing this? It's like, people don't know. And I gotta learn to cope and be more open with my instruction and stuff too, But in this case, these directions, they're not very specific, man. And if it were an ocean, it wouldn't be very Pacific. It's bad. Don't laugh at that. Please ignore that. And don't comment about it either. It's going to make it worse. You're making this. I know you're wanting to type it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, so we got 2 of these slopes. 1 and 2. Zaboom. And 1 here. Zaboom. And I'm guessing this is going to be the back of the dress. Boom. If I can get that to fit down right there. There we go. Alright. So that's all fitted, and then we have our big tall set of 1 by 6, no, 1 by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, I'm guessing. Yep. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we go up 1. Again, not very specific. Alright, so it looks like we need a 1 by 3 and 1 2 by 3. 1 by 3. Where's our 1 by 3, 2 by 3? There we go. And we're going to be going 1 more, and then 1 here. Alright, so 47. Now we've got 2 of these curved 2 by, what is it? 2 by 2, I think it's like a 2 by 2 curved tile. Then we've got a 1 by 2 tile, and then one of those big slopes. There we go, right here. Okay. And how are we doing this? We're going to go up right here. Snap that into place. 1 right here. These are all going 1 and 2. And then 2 more. Let's see. 1 and 2. So we're going up 2 more steps here. So we got 1 here, 1 here, and we're kind of getting to a point where, like, we still have a lot, but I feel like we're kind of getting to a point where we're getting close to being done with her. Again, only 311 pieces, not a lot, but there's enough complexity in this that it could keep you working for a while, which is good. I mean, we like to stay busy. You know, my AFOLs and my brick people who enjoy this stuff, this can give you plenty without giving you too much. I will say though, it's kind of hard, like, finding parts, because like everything is kind of the same color. There we go. Right there. This would definitely be one of those that'd be worthwhile sorting all of your pieces, to be quite honest. Goes here, this goes here. Hey, we did it right. That picking that 7 was perfecto. Okay, so let's go. We got a 2x4, and then we should have a 1x6 in here. There we go. There's one right there. This is going on this side. This is going to be going across, just like that. And we're still building. We're still going. Now we got 2 of these wedged plates. 2x4 wedge plates to be exact. Or slanted plates. I think they're wedge plates. I can't remember. Alright, so that one's going to go here. This one, oh my goodness. That one's going to go on the other side. Just like that. Alright. And then we've got these bad boys right here. Okay, so this is what's going underneath. So that's supposed to fit up here, right? It's supposed to fit up here, and yeah, we're building up the back of that gown. Should fit kind of like that. That'd be kind of cool. And then we need a 1x3 plate. Right here. 1x3 plate. Okay. Then we got a, nope, we need a 3-stepped to 1x4 3-step slope. A 2x4 tile. A 1x4 tile. And looks like a 1x4 3-step slope. And we got one going on, let's see, this side, right? Let's see. This one goes here. So we're staggering. Again, if you get a company that puts all the lines of like all the straight things together here and there, nothing ever gets staggered. You really got to start kind of wondering, like, how does this going to go together? That's the easiest way for things to break in your build. I'm going to stagger even this one right here. Boom. Just like that. Can't see it. It's hard to see, but look. It's all staggered. Okay. That's parts done. Am I correct? So 54, 55. Yeah, it looks like it's going right on the back. It's going to fit right to here. And nothing to hold it. That's kind of weird. I figured they'd have done like a stud or something and been like, hey, yeah, we got it. We got you. But there's nothing holding that there. So that feels like a weak point. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that. But what do I know, right? We need 1, 2 of these, 2 of these. And let's move that over just a little bit. Scooch. And what is it? 1 of these 1x2 rail plates. Okay. Man, that's a lot at once. Absolutely insane what you guys are doing. Oh my goodness. Alright, so it looks like this is supposed to go, I think, on the bottom. Right? Yeah. This is supposed to go right up to here. This is supposed to go right up to here. So we're creating kind of a step. Hey, that's not the easiest way to get plate pull, is it? That's a joke and rhetorical. Yes, it's the quickest way to get plate pull is by stacking a bunch of plates. Especially the bigger the plates, the more pull it's going to have. Thankfully, this is not that bad. But man, this could have gone. Thankfully, I was here to address it because it could have gone south really fast. We need 1, 2 1x1s. Boom, shaboom. A 2x3, a 1x4 plate. The rest of this is all in tiles. And then a 2x4. Looks like 1, 2 steps. You're gonna really make me get in there, aren't you? Looks like 4, 3, and then the brick. So 4, I'm not brick, but a plate, and the plate goes over here. Oy vey. And the thing is that printing, it's small. It's very small, so that's something to keep in mind. Like I might have to start doing like this, because that's pretty wild. Now we got 2 of these 1x4s, right? Yeah, one goes this way, one goes this way. It's hard to see that they are staggered, but there is some staggering between the two. If I get it, there we go, like that. This one, and the reason why we're doing one at a time is that because they are staggered, one is going to fit. Oh, already, you see that? That's not such a good idea. That did not hold, did it? I wonder why. So Avi, something's going on with this. Alright, let's go back and look at this just a little bit. It's time for us to readjust some engineering here. Now this, I'll leave that as is right now, okay? This fits onto here, right? Right underneath there to there. But it needs to fit out about that far. Now, normally we'd say, yeah, like, look, it would just fit right into there. But this whole mechanism with this being loose and nothing holding it down just doesn't seem like it would work. So, what if I went the opposite way? Let me try that. If I can get it in there. I can't get it in there. That's not right. But let's see if that would fit. So, interestingly enough, it's supposed to be this idea that this thing is supposed to fit. This might actually be better to go. Does it go down like this? Okay. This seems like this would be better served like that. But look, that's too far, right? You know what? That's too close. Alright, let's look at this. Fits to there. It's weird that there's nothing. Like, we've got brackets on all these other things, but there's no brackets here. This should have had brackets. I don't even. It's like one of those where I'm looking, I'm like, why does this even have brackets? This doesn't hold anything. There's like no point in this. Like, at all. It's so strange. So amazingly strange. Okay, so look. This is supposed to go to this side. That's supposed to fit onto there. I'm having to put my finger in here to kind of like press that in, and that does not want to fit correctly. So I've got to retake this part off, and I guess go in here. I mean, let's take that part out. Let's take a look at this. Let's do it like this. We're going to go 1. Boom. That's too close. It has to fit on that corner. It has to fit here onto this in order for it to fit correctly. But then it is too far one way or another. Like, that just, it doesn't work at all. It's either too far up or too far down. Okay, so bring it down. I mean, that here's the thing, that kind of works, but that's just like, Like, this is one of those where your computer program for building this would be screaming at you right now, like, illegal brick move. What are you trying to do? Because look, that does not work. That absolutely does not work. You know what? We're gonna rebuild a little bit here. I'm guessing because my thing is I don't think they know exactly what they got. So I'm going to put. We're gonna rebuild some of this. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna try. Let's see. That doesn't fit exactly, so we're going to go out one. Does that work? That kind of works, but man, talk about a tight fit. Does this work? No, man, that doesn't work. I mean, that would work, but we'd have to put one of these in there, and it kind of outdoes the structure of this thing. Like, the structure now doesn't work. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. And there's nothing holding that together. That's just so strange to me that it's like, we got all this, but nothing's going to hold it together. It's like, what? Why would you build something like that? Like, you build it on the cusp of it'll work here, but it doesn't actually work there. So weird. So weird. Like, how does that? That's too high. Bring it down one. I mean, but then you got that showing. Why? Oh, Luxeblocks, or whatever your name is. This is not healthy. Not healthy at all. So it doesn't actually seem like that part works. And that's kind of aggravating. Okay, so let's go back and look at this. So this has got what? Should have an extra little plate somewhere in here, don't I? About to drop my Enderman off. I'm so aggravated with this one. It's like, so we had this. That went on top. This went on top right here. Okay. Then we had a plate. You know, just find me another plate. Like, I don't know. Is it in here? Is it on here? Where's that other plate? I've dropped a plate. Now I can't find it. Man, gosh darn aggravating. Alright, we're going to put this here. I'm just making sure I'm not like losing my mind. There it is. Get out of there. Okay, so this would fit on the bottom here. Am I correct? Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm even going as far as to do it this way. And then this fits right to here on the bottom. Okay. Simple. Effective. I get it. This is supposed to fit right here. But it doesn't fit. What are you guys doing? Like, how? I almost need a, here's the thing, I almost need a magnifying glass to see what in the world that is. I mean, it's like one of those where you look at it and like, this makes absolutely zero sense. I mean, it looks like it's supposed to be like this, but then you go to put it on and it sits out like a sore thumb. It doesn't fit. And you can't go up any higher with it. Like, make it make sense. I mean, there's absolutely no way that this build right here, there's no way this works. Like none whatsoever. This does not work. And you can't anti-stud it here between because of these plates. It'd have to go here. But you can't put it here because of that. Like if you wanted to go here, yeah, but then it's too far in. It needs to fit right here, but you can't do that. It doesn't work that way. You know what? Let's try, okay. Let's try the opposite side. I'm gonna do this. I mean, I doubt it's gonna work because of what we got, but let's turn it this way. Boom and boom. They're probably like, that's what we meant to do the whole time. Yeah, right. Sure, bro, sure. All right, now let's try this out. One, gotta hold it in, and then two. So on this step right here on 38, that needs to flip the opposite direction. The studs need to go into the anti-studs of the back for that to work. That's the only way that works. Still nothing holding that down. Who knows? Don't know, don't care. Killing me. Absolutely killing me. You had every I don't even know what step I'm on at this point. Oh, I guess we're going on the opposite side. So, what an aggravation. So kind of the same thing, but we're staggering the blocks in a little bit different way. That's, again, super aggravating. Come on. All right. I will, before I review it, I will play. And I'll check it out before I do my final review. Because right now, I'd be reviewing it kind of mean. I say that because it's like, if you're going to make me go through that much sort of heartache, I'm going to rate you low. And ain't no way that part of the build actually works. And it didn't. It didn't. Here's the thing. Like, when I think about it, it's like, technically, I got it to work because I've done this quite a bit, right? Yeah? But can you imagine someone who's brand new at building and they get this? They're like, I can't get it to fit, man. I don't know what's going on. It's just like, bro, that people would be crashing out at step 38 or so. It would never get finished. It would never get finished. You have a bin full of parts. That's not a good sign. That is like one of those where it's like, yo, heads up. You really need to be thinking this through. Honestly, there probably needs to be tiles in there. I think I would probably find a double-sided stud for this. Tiles in here to hold this. Because look, that, I gotta fall apart. Come on now. Come on. There's building, and then there's building, and then there's building smartly, and we need this kind of built smartly. We gotta think through like our measures. Hey, what are we doing? What's our brick count? Where are our pieces? How much space do we actually have? Got to run this through the program. I mean, that holds, but like down here, that's weak. Right there, that's weak. Still, that's gotta. You need a double stud there. Travis brick, snot brick, something, just to make that hold a little bit better. All right. Well, I'm done complaining about it. I'm gonna try to move on. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna do it. All right. So it looks like we've got, what is this? This looks like an inverted brown. So one, boom. Or is this a red or brown on top? Brown, boom. And then two. of these really funky tiles. 1, 2. I could almost do the joke. No, that's not something you see every day. No, it really is not. Oh, 1 and 2. I'm leaning right now because I'm tired, and that little bit of build. Oh, my hands are killing me. That little bit of build was enough to just like, all right, you pushing, man. That's because it's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Ay, vey. Okay, that goes here. I gotta dig for it. At least I've got those for the next arm. But it's finding, man, I gotta find this other little tile piece for the other arm. I'm finding a lot of step tiles. Cool, but that's not what I need. That's what I need. Oy. Okay. So we're using this as a way to kind of flesh out the outside for the sleeve. Puffy sleeves, I guess you could say. Which is fine, but it's like, doesn't really puff out. I think there's some other techniques that probably would have worked a little bit better. Now put that down, then we're going to put our little curve step down right there. Boom. Got one of these. This is going to go, oh, turn and on top, right? So it's going to sit like that. Okay. So that's like a part of an arm. So that goes like that. Okay. We're going to set to the side. We got a new portion to build. So red, a kind of tannish looking bracket. I mean, it's not that. I keep pulling the wrong ones. The coloring on this is just kind of like, what? One, and then we got this here. So one here, and hopefully I'm pulling the right color because it's hard to tell. We'll go ahead and say, I mean, it wasn't expensive. That's a good thing. Is it the cleanest build I've ever done? No. Some of the booklet does make it a little aggravating. So we need one of these and one of these, and we're stacking that on top. Okay. I got all these parts. You know how I feel about when I've got multiple parts and nothing seems to be going on. It's like, okay, what now? And I know I got to be patient, but man, someone like me, you know, here's the thing. Someone like me that needs to see like the why and stuff, why and why. You know, that whole idea of like, well, you gotta wait, and overly making someone like me wait. It is the most anxiety-ridden thing in the world. Okay, so look, this is gonna go this way. This is gonna go this way. Okay. That is such a tight fit. Okay. That's it. We're not doing. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on the body. I need that. I need that release. Oh my goodness. This is. Oh, aggravating. It's so aggravating. Let's stick that back on there. Where does this thing go? This goes on the inside over here. On the outside, what goes here? And oh my god. I'm gonna push this down, snap that back in, Snap this back on so I have a little bit more clearance. Oh my goodness. I got another one of them. I don't want another one of them, but I got another one of them. One. Another one of these brackets. And I'm just sitting there like, I got to do it again. You're going to make me do it again. And I think, again, browns, creams, tans, this is where, you know, build-wise, you want to make sure your book reflects the colors of what's there. Because otherwise, if your browns look so much alike, if your cream looks like the tan, it becomes a nuisance for build because you don't know what the difference is. And every time you spend your time guessing, you're like, hey, I gotta guess and see what this is. It takes some of the joy out of the build. Like, it really does. I got a random red brick. Was that my red brick that I need? No. Like, again, what is this red brick? I've got this. What color was it? It was kind of a coyote or tan. It's this one. Okay. Now I can put this on. Once I do it one time, it should make things a little bit easier. It's not the easiest, but it's easier, which is okay. I can get by on easier. But when it becomes so complicated each and every single time, and it's like it gets worse as you go, it's like, no. This seems a little bit better. I mean, I'm making notes in my head. When it comes time to the hand portion and the arms, be wary. Also, it's like one of those, when you are building, don't push your Technic pin all the way down, because that's going to pop the arm back out. I'm going to have to do this one here. So you see how I have the Technic pin pushed all the way down? You're going to want to fix that. So you got to grab it, pop it out, push that. So press everything down, because you need a little bit of that sleeve showing there. Now I'll stick that back on. Otherwise, it will not fit. Okay. So this is supposed to... Did I build that right? Yes, I did. I just got it backwards in my head. That's so strange. Alright, and then that's going to go up right here. That's a tight fit. That's a weirdly tight fit. Not in a good way tight fit. Okay, and this is supposed to fit up here to this arm, hand over hand, kind of like that. Okay. So we can pose her like this, kind of like that. All right. See, they don't even tell you to snap the arms on. I guess you just kind of figure it out. Good thing in doing this, like I said, I haven't done the official review, but it's a good thing in looking at this. This is a 14 up. Kid building this, 6-year-old, 8-year-old, they will be crashing out. My kid would have a heart. He would hate this one. Because again, they're not specific. They're not specific. And that's, you know, here's the thing. It's great that we get alternative brands. I love that we got alternative brands. I love that we've got lots of options to choose and build from. But it is obvious when you got, you know, the brand, and when you don't have the brand, it is blatantly obvious sometimes. Because sometimes you get your builds, you're like, dude, I don't even know what this is anymore. Alright, so we got 1, 2. We're up on the face now, which is nice. Finally. We got one of our beige snots, and then 1, 2 of these cream or peachy color half Travis bricks. So we're going to flip this over. Now I'm guesstimating that that's on the back side. And I guess we're going in. And again, then we got 2 of these 1 by 1 brackets. 1, 2. Okay. And then we've got 1, 2, and 1 more. 1, 2, and then we got this right here. Boom. All right. I got this. Oh. And then, oh man, look at this. They tell you the part, like they're like, hey, you got this part. They don't even tell you to put this piece on. Like, hey, you got this. Hey, you got one more piece to pull. They don't tell you that. So yeah, that goes here. This is gonna go right there for her schnoz. There we go. It's already looking like a face. Ooh, in weirdest way. Weird, wacky, wacky, weird, weird, weird. All right, 1, 2. Oh man, this is wild. 1 and 2. All right, and then we got these peach color pieces. This is, oh, okay, this is under the eye. I was about to say, this is about to look really strange, but yes, under the eyes, so. We're using, oh man, just take it off, do it at once. 1, take this one off and do it. 2. Why are you trying to put a rounded wedge in an area that's got a sunken stud? Like, come on, man. Like, read the room. Take it off. Build it at once. This is one of those, it's like, man, I want to love it, but at some point you're like, yeah, I gotta rebuild some things. Jeez. You know, I might chalk it up to the fact that I'm tired. I'm like really tired. Maybe that's what's going on. It's like, so what side's what? I guess that was like a face too, but I think that's the face. God. So we were that way, now we're turning this way, and I guess we got these guys that are going on top. So it's either her brown eyes or it's some gigantic brown eyelashes. So strange. So strange. All right. We got 1, 2 of these brackets. A 1 by 1 bracket that goes over here. A 1 by 2 by 1 bracket that goes over here. And we got a 1 by 1 quarter round. Another 1 by 1 quarter round. It looks like a last peach. It looks like a wedge. Okay, so we got ourselves a 1 by 1 cheese wedge. Of course it's not going to stay. Why it's held on by 1 stud, not reinforced? Please tell me you're reinforcing this. There's parts of this, it's like, once I'm done with the review, this thing is getting rebuilt. And here's the thing, I wouldn't even take this to the classroom at this point. Someone tumps this thing over, goes crashing down. Dude, this is gonna be a mess. This thing needs to be craggled if it's gonna work. I mean, the parts snap on fine, but it's like, dude, there's just like, I don't know. Again, maybe I'm being too harsh because I'm tired. It's like, have you ever had that moment where you kind of go out of your way and you're like, hey, you know, I'm gonna do a build or relax. Halfway through, you're like, God, this thing. Do I have these jumper plates? 1, 2. It's got to be in here somewhere. Was I shorted a jumper plate? Says I need 3, right? 3 jumper plates. Did I use it for something else? There it is. Oh, man. All right, so we got 1, 2, and 3. That's going to go on top. Oh, man. Now we've got, looks like, what is this, a tile? Guys, lighten up your print. It's a plate. And then 2 cheese wedges. 1, 2, and a plate. About to say, it's in here. It's like one of those, like, man, why am I having a hard time finding a plate when that's all I could find earlier was this plate? Why is that on a jumper plate? Like, you made a jumper plate for what reason? Just put it on a regular plate. Are we setting it back? No. Are we setting it forward? I think we're setting it forward. They're not very specific on that. Oh, good Lord. And now we'll put a 1x1 tile. Oh my God. So that's why they were using a jumpers. They're moving this hair forward. It is so hard to see this, and you can kind of see it there. And I've got bright lights in here, and I'm like struggling. I'm like, what are we making? So we got 2 1x3s. 1, 2, and then a 1, or 2 2x3s, 1 1x3. And I guess we're going up and then up. What is that, a plate? That's a plate. That's a bracket. 2 brackets. And then a 1x3. Oh, it's a 1x3 plate. You know how I can't tell? Because the printing is so dark. I can't tell. Oof. Alright, seriously, guys, I'm not crashing. I'm not crashing. I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm not crashing. I'm crashing, man. Is that right? Are we stacking that? Guessing so. Oh my God, come on. What is that? A 2x2 modified. One of these go one direction. One going opposite direction, Tay. There, and then a 1x1. Is that a tile? I think. So I think it goes this way. No, this way. 1, 2, right? And 1 and 2. Really makes me want to like yell at the editor, turn up the gain. We can't read the directions. That should be like one of those punishments. Someone makes a project like this, and yeah, they're like, well, I didn't know. It's like, all right, you are doomed to make this for one whole year. All you can do is just make this one piece using your own directions over and over and over. They'll be like, no, I can't do it. Yeah, because you chose to make this print so flippin' dark that no one can read it. Shame on you. Shame on you. Oh man. I mean, here's the thing. I would probably enjoy this if it wasn't so hard to read. But man, this is like nightmare fuel on how hard to read. This is too much. Too much. Doing too much. Okay. Now, hopefully I built this right. I don't know. You know how I don't know? Because I can't read it. That's why I don't know. That's why I'm like, come on now. Let's get your act together. Okay, so this is supposed to go, and we got this random hole in there. Is that supposed to be that way? I think so. Okay. Not judging. Okay, I think it goes like this. I honestly couldn't honestly tell you what it does. That's supposed to fit in there. About to crash out because I'm like, I don't understand. It goes down. It goes this way. So it goes this way? Is that right? Or down one? Good Lord. Why are you holding on to one stud? Are you kidding me? Does it go like this or does it go up one? Does it go up one? That seems like that would be the fit right there. But I either have this choice that's too far down or this choice that feels too far up. And then it's like, okay, so do I move that back? You ever see someone do that? Best thing to do is just kind of start walking to the exit, the end of the hall. Alright, man. See you later. You be cool. Such and such. See you later, Broseph. Hey, Luxeblocks. Print your directions better. Lord, is it a plate? Is it a tile? I don't know. That's our guessing game tonight. Plate or tile? I'm guessing it's a plate and a wedge. What are we doing? Don't know. Again. Guys, come on. You're helping out AVOL community. How? One and two of these. Hopefully this works. And I'm like not scratching my head in a minute going, what in the world do I do? That kind of makes sense. And that just falls off. My God, it's aggravating. See, that fits there. But why can't this? I'm going to have to move it up because this just, I think it's supposed to be down, but that has, it doesn't hold. It's like, why not use a better bracket or even another brick or a reverse bracket in there? Like, guys, what were you thinking? This is not good. Like that that falls off. There's nothing that holds. But if I were to put this on here on one, look, whole thing falls apart. That's just, that is designing on a level that is screamably the worst possible choice I think anyone could make. One of those situations where it's like, you did this, why? You chose this position knowing it wouldn't hold. For what reason? And here's the thing. It was supposed to be a stress-free build. Oh my goodness. We'll walk in tomorrow. I'm an absolute train wreck. What happened? I had a bad build last night. Leave me alone. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. It's awful. Man, oh man, oh man. Was this not the same? I don't get it. Like, I did that, right? So this is right. It doesn't feel right. That's the thing, though. Is I'm looking at it, I'm like, nothing seems like it's correct. That needs to be fixed. I'm gonna push it upwards. Should this have gone backwards? I'm gonna turn this around. Go this way. Just this whole thing just doesn't, it's like, It doesn't feel right. It's such a weird decision. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this doesn't. Yet it still just does not feel right. Oh, that's awful. That is downright awful. This has to be some of the worst area of build I think I've dealt with in such a long time. This shoot, and of course I drop a flipping stud in here on my dirty floor. Now I gotta find a new brown cheese wedge, because these companies, they're not gonna give you an extra. Not gonna give you an extra. I got plenty of plate to wedges. Might have to put a blue one on there, make it the girl with the pearl earring. Alright, I might have to move past that one, to be quite honest. What was I doing? It went like this, right? So I'm going to turn it this way. Oh my god. And if I find the wedge somewhere around here, I'll find it in a month when I don't need it, apparently. Alright. That's going to fit to there, right? Does it go to there? Goes up there. And this is supposed to fit, I think, like this. You know what? Let's do this. Alright, Luxeblocks. Let me show you how a real creator, real designer, is going to design something for you and correct your mistakes. Move that up. Use 2 studs to press and hold that down. Now that is stronger build. Lux, you should be hiring me to fix these things. This is not good. Alright. Goes the side of her head. Why? Because we didn't put enough clearance for the shoulders. Guys, come on. I know it's an art piece, but you're gonna have to, like, think through what you got. Okay. That's a little bit better. Oh my god. Does that mean I would never get another one of these? No. I'd get another one, but oh, you're about to kill me. Kill me. Kill me. I cannot believe what I'm about to do. Breaks every single rule in my brain, in my body and torso. I'm about to put a sticker. Good Lord. Lord have mercy on me as I'm dealing with the situation, as I know this is about to break me, and something that just passionately do not like. So we're building a canvas. And we got a sticker. Of course, they don't tell you to put the sticker on it, but we're going to put the sticker on anyways. Sticker is going to go across all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tiles in one go. 6 tiles in one go. I can't send it back. I know that. Man, oh man, oh man. Alright. Let's line it up at least. Let's get this. Good. I can always take an X-Acto knife and cut it. Do I want to have to sit there and cut all this up? Especially when they don't fit correctly and there's a size discrepancy? Nope. But it looks like that's what we're going to be doing anyways. So, boom. 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 I'm just going to press all these down, so I know where to cut the sticker across the tiles. Of course, my sticker's kind of damaged, but there you go. Mona Lisa. Let's build this. Let's build this last part. This is the absolute last thing that we got. It's our stand. Of course, I can't tell which brown is which. Why? Because the printing on it is not very good. And they give you the parts, and then they put the... Is it a tile or a plate? I'm guessing it's a plate. How do we know? We don't. Why? Because we can't read it, because it's too dark of a print. Would I suggest this set? Probably not. It's definitely one of those I will be reviewing. I think that we should probably get hands in on this. Really look at it as a set. What works, what doesn't work. There's a lot here that doesn't work. There's a lot here that does not work. Look, it goes right on the bottom. See, we build it this way. Why didn't we build the other one the same way? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Of course, they don't put numbers on it, so they don't tell you what size these things are. It's this one. It's right across here. Like I said, I'm not one to crackle my sets. That's not something I normally do. This might actually be one that I do. Might glue this entire thing down. Glue it down, tell it, do not move. You are as is for the rest of your life. I don't want to rebuild you. I'm not going to use you for parts. It's not how this is going to work. Again, can we tell what the colors are? Nope. Why? Because we can't read it. Can I tell what we're doing? Nope. Why not? Because I can't read it. Alright. Wedge. I'm guessing it's this one. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay. I'll put this on. This on. Put that on. Two of these. One and two. And then one up here. One by ones. When I get to the point when I'm stopped and I kind of stop counting, that's when I think I've hit that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done in. I've had it. At that point, I'm good. This is definitely one of those where it's like I wanted this to be extraordinarily good set. Unfortunately, I see again. I can't tell what's what because you're making it so flippin' small. I'm guessing this. Again, you can't tell. You can't tell. Oh, one's backwards. Come on now. Make it make sense. There's one up right there. 1 by 3. 1 by 6. See what? Oh my god. This one goes on top. This one goes here. I'm just gonna build this portion and then we'll deal with the aftermath. So it looks like a 1 by 4. 2 and this. So go here and here. That goes on top. Goes in the center. This one goes on the end. I mean, once it's together, it'll look decent. But again, I'm wanting to make sure, hey, everything fits and works, and it's not going to be falling over here in a minute. And this is where, like, that whole idea of, like, okay, what are we doing? Is this... Again, I can't read that. This and this, right? So this is going on top? You know what? I got another pair of glasses right here. Let's take a look. still can't even tell. It is that dark. That dark of a print. Shame on you, man. Come on. It you can't read the instructions. What good is the set if the design of it doesn't hold together? What good is the set? I take it back. I might not ever get another one of these. This might literally be the final one I ever look at of this set in my life. Because this is a tough build. I mean, not that it's a tough build. It's not a tough build by any stretch of the imagination. But it's an aggravating build. So aggravating. Aggravating to an incredible point of just absolute anger and despair. I am in despair mode with this. I've got extra pieces. Why? Some of these pieces I didn't even use. Did we ever use a... Like, I've got these two 1x1 rounds. Two 1x1 round tiles. I don't even think we ever even used two 1x1 round tiles. Except maybe around the eyes? Why didn't they give us another brown wedge to finish up the hair? I mean, I lost one. Granted, I lost one, but no, they're 1x2 round plates. Look at this. They're 1x2 round plates. We never even used these black 1x1 round tiles. It makes absolutely zero sense on why we even have it. We got extra parts without there even being any reasoning on why we have these extra parts. Like, I'm grossly confused. Was it up here at the beginning? No. No explanation whatsoever. None. And it's enough parts that you're like, well, wait, what? What's going on? Like, why is that doing that sort of thing? But it's like, what do I do with this? Like, I got extra brown pieces, but I got what feels like unfinished hair. I am grossly confused by a lot of this. Put our canvas up there, I guess. I mean, this thing, and look, this just keeps falling off. Display that would have to be glued or silly putty tacked. Again, random parts. Got it right here. I mean, it looks cool. It's pretty big too. Like, I'm surprised at how big that is. And you got the painting, but the painting seems so minuscule in comparison. So minuscule, and the colors are just so muted. And granted, the painting itself is muted. I get it. But this is kind of in a weird sort of way that this is overly muted. And again, nothing to reinforce that back. That's just loose. Nothing to reinforce anything in this. Like, don't see anything that says, hey, we're doing this to make this better. I'm going to take this and I'll put one here and I guess one over here and see if I can fit that between these two to make that fit better. Those stand out. But see, now that's too far. Yeah. I don't know. You know, give me some time. Let me rebuild some things. Take some notes. I have a feeling that this is not going to be one that I'm going to really suggest. You know, here's my thing. I want to, because I want to put it on the shop and be like, hey, yeah, go get this. But as of right now, having built this, I mean, unless you're like seasoned and you really want a hardcore challenge that's going to make you scratch your head and you've got to rebuild on the fly, I'm going to say right now, probably not worth it. But like I said, I'll get the review done. We'll look at it. We'll figure it out from there. Hey, do me a favor so I don't crash out. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. You can be alerted. Anything comes from me to you. Like this video, even if it aggravated you to. Like it helps you to know that you like what I'm making. Comment down below. Did I miss a step? Did I do something wrong? Would you get this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I love chatting with you all, okay? And, you know, hit up the shop. Go to my link tree. Look up things. Hit up the shop. Kind of browse around. Those little things, I mean, it's small commissions, but they really do help in the long run. They really do. All right. Hey, thank you all for showing up and seeing this old grizzled man crash out on this thing. Hopefully I didn't say anything I wasn't supposed to. I don't know. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. Nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.